you sleep. He did. Throws it down. There's that nuclear athleticism of Russell Westbrook.
Celebrations have been a part of sports for some time now. They add excitement and personality to the game. But there are some celebrations that have just gone too far and even been banned in the NBA. Welcome back to Triple Double, it's your boy Will, and today we'll be talking about celebrations that have been banned in the NBA. Real quick, do me a favor by dropping a like and subscribing to the channel. Now let's get into it. Now for most celebrations, they're really harmless. We've all seen the iconic ones like D'Angelo Russell's Ice in My Veins, Russell Westbrook's Rocking the Baby, and even James Harden's Stirring the Pot. They're usually in fun nature and gets the fans excited. Personally, my favorite one is LeBron James and his silencer celebration. When I first saw him do it with the Miami Heat, I thought it was the coolest thing ever. It was just so cold. And a matter of fact, comment down below, what's your favorite celebration in NBA history? There's probably some I've never seen before. But let's talk about some celebrations that the NBA isn't too fond of, and there's a good amount. Remember Dikembe Mutombo? Yeah, that guy. The 7-footer was known for blocking everybody's shots, and then humiliating them even more by wagging his finger at them, basically saying, "Not in my house." And he did that so many times, it was his signature. It was actually Michael Jordan's goal to dunk on Dikembe Mutombo, and he ultimately did. And even Shaq dunked on Mutombo and did the finger wag at him, giving him a taste of his own medicine. But believe it or not, after Dikembe Mutombo retired, the NBA started to fine players for doing the celebration, which in my opinion is really dumb. I think it's a really cool celebration and brings more excitement to the defensive side of basketball. Most celebrations are on the offensive side, so it's cool that there's something on defense, but the NBA just doesn't feel the same way. Nowadays, if you block someone and do the finger wag, you're getting a tech and automatically fined. This next band celebration is way worse and definitely deserves to be removed from the game. I'm talking about Sam Cassell's Big Balls Dance. It's actually a crazy celebration, and I respect him for doing it in front of thousands of fans in person and millions on TV. It takes big balls to do so. Pun intended. Look, Sam Cassell is definitely a strange player. A lot of people say he looks like an alien. I think that's mean. But it's no surprise that him, out of all players, would have a weird dance like this. It definitely is an R-rated dance celebration, and considering there's kids watching the game, I think it should be banned too. I don't want to walk into a YMCA and see 11-year-olds recreating that move whenever they hit a shot. I would cancel my membership ASAP. But there is one player that brought back the celebration during this season, and you wouldn't believe who it is. LeBron James. Yeah, after he hit a deep three over Miles Turner, Bron pulled off this dance, and of course, he got fined for it. $15,000 to be exact. So yeah, even LeBron isn't above the rules. It was actually pretty controversial because even Kareem Abdul-Jabbar was disappointed in LeBron for doing this move. He said that goats don't dance and called it a stupid, childish dance. Jeez, a little harsh there, Kareem. There's no doubt that the big balls dance is bad and definitely suggestive, but it's not as bad as the time when Dwight Howard made an even worse gesture, sticking his tongue out and putting 2 fingers around it, basically cutting his tongue, but it also looks like something else. And of course, he got fined $20,000 for it. It's a weird move there, Dwight. So far, LeBron and Dwight have been fined for some inappropriate gestures, but a close friend of theirs, Dwayne Wade, also had his celebration banned. His slashing of the throat gesture after scoring got him in trouble and fined $25,000. That's chump change for him, but that's still a lot of money. The move is definitely an alpha move on his part, and considering he's from Chicago, the gang capital of the USA, it added another level of intensity to it. So the NBA had to shut that down real quick. Let's switch gears real quick and talk about one of the most iconic celebrations that almost got banned. I'm talking about Carmelo Anthony's 3 to the dome. This is a celebration that we all have seen. I mean, I even use it when I play. But what if I told you that it almost got banned? Yeah, it all started in 2013 when Rasheed Wallace was on the Knicks with Carmelo Anthony. He said the celebration came from a practice where the two were just talking trash and being competitive, which is normal in practice, and he just naturally put the 3 to his dome. So yeah, it was actually Rasheed Wallace that came up with the celebration, and he even began to do it in NBA games. That's when the NBA came knocking and told him he had to stop doing that celebration, because they thought it was a gang sign and a way of Wallace saying that he would shoot you in the head. That's a bit extreme and dramatic, but the NBA has an image to uphold, so they had to make sure that wasn't the intent. And luckily, Wallace was able to explain to the league this wasn't the intent, and eventually left him alone. That's where Carmelo did the rest and popularized the move. And it's a good thing he did, because that will live on forever. Now one of, if not the coldest celebration that got banned is Reggie Miller and his choking gesture. When you look at Reggie Miller and his build, you're not intimidated at all. He's skinny. But when you see him on the court cooking up on defenders, it's a different story. When he was with the Indiana Pacers playing against the rival New York Knicks, he was angry with Spike Lee. Spike Lee's like the biggest Knicks fan ever, and is courtside for basically every game, talking trash to opposing players. Everyone knows him, and he's really annoying. But in this particular game, he clearly got under Miller's skin, and it was a huge mistake because Miller dropped 25 points in one quarter to help overcome and beat the Knicks. This led to Miller grabbing his own throat in a choking manner while staring directly at Spike Lee. I mean, that's just cold. But the NBA, of course, had to ban it because that's way too far and the league can't promote something like that. So, of course, they stopped that ASAP. But we still have the iconic image of Reggie Miller doing it, and that's all that matters. And that leads us to our next ban celebration, which is the use of gun gestures, famously used by the late Kobe Bryant. Kobe would often do a gesture where he would be blowing the smoke off a gun after he hit a big shot. And he hit a lot of big shots, so this was a common celebration for him. It actually looks really cool in pictures, but of course the NBA had to ban it because the action meant blood and violence and was associated with gangs. And as mentioned before, the NBA isn't having that. Really, any gesture that isn't family friendly will get banned or will have players being fined. It's just how it goes. So either take the fine or just don't do it. But on the bright side, we'll always have creative celebrations, like Curry turning his back before the ball even goes in, and a lot more like that. So the celebration game is in no trouble at all. It's just funny that some players took it too far and got banned for it. But with that being said, that wraps up today's video on banned celebrations in the NBA. Comment down below which one you think should come back, and remember to drop a like and subscribe to Triple Double for more videos.